Staples Center in Los Angeles. Welcome, everyone, to NBA basketball. And a look at the stats. Before we get going, let's hear.
Kevin, thank you very much. Last season.
You're right, Dave. That is scary. Thanks for that one. So the Nets starting five. Durant is out there with Joe Harris. Then there's DeAndre Jordan. Then it's Harden. And it's Irving at the 2 spot. And for the Lakers, Caldwell Pope and LeBron fill out the wings. Markieff Morris is out there with Marc Gasol. And it's Schroeder in at the 1 spot. It'll be Los Angeles off the tip. Now here's Caldwell Pope. LeBron outside. Deep benches tonight, Greg, on both sides. This seems to be a growing trend.
You know, teams are digging deeper than ever before, even getting into the two-way contracts that give you depth past your top 15 guys. One, you're trying to protect the investment in your big-ticket items, your franchise-caliber players, but you got to keep an eye on the future in terms of player development. That's another area where the league has really changed when you look at the makeup of these rosters.
Well said. And so it's the Nets getting on the board first. Here's Schroeder. A shot, no good. Great D that time from Jordan. There's the lob for Harris, and stolen by James. Caldwell Pope with a wide open look. They get the rebound. Misses the layup.
Not how you want to start the game. 4 straight misses. I'd like to see some better ball movement from them.
For Los Angeles, they've gone 0 of 4, missing their first 4 field goals. The shot's good on the assist by Schroeder.
The blinding speed of Caldwell Pope is virtually impossible to match up with in transition. He just gets down the floor so incredibly quick.
Here's Harden.
Well, and last season, we saw teams double and trap James Harden more than any other player in the league. As soon as he crossed half court, they did not want the ball in his hands.
The Nets shooting their initial free throws of the game right here.
And they were 75% from the line a season ago.
And it's clear that the Beard is a special player, a clutch performer. He loves to play the game of basketball.
Just around a minute and a half into the first quarter. Schroeder outside. Stolen by Harden. To the paint. Trying to find Irving. He's got it now. Out to Harris. Nets passing it around. Durant down low. And KD throws it down.
When Durant dunks the ball, it's such an effortless lift. He just goes up and throws it down like it's nothing.
The Lakers have gone just 1 for 5 from the field to start the quarter.
And all the trapping had.
Whoa, what a finish!
Run that back. I want to see the replay now. Oh, come on. Hall of Fame, athleticism, and ability. James has no problem throwing it down and stop.
Harden's shot is off.
I don't think the D does good enough here, but something causes the miss.
Caldwell Pope passes to Schroeder. Here's the floater, and he lays it up and in.
He knew what he wanted to do all along. The teardrop.
And it's Durant with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Nets. They trail by 1. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And great scorers find a way to get themselves to the free throw line. Kevin Durant certainly falls into that category.
The Nets have shot 2 free throws, and they're 1 of 2 so far. And Los Angeles with some changes. Montrezl Harrell, he's checked in for Gasol. And Kyle Kuzma's subbed in for Morris.
His free throw shooting is something they never need to worry about. He doesn't even know how to go through a cold streak.
Now here's LeBron. Harrell controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
The dogged intensity Harrell has is just insane. And he uses all this energy to his advantage, particularly on the glass. And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Yeah, very little resistance. I mean, you had to bring much faster help than that.
It's good.
There's almost no stopping LeBron if he's allowed to get inside. Too strong, too skilled.
And the first timeout called of the game for Brooklyn. You know, even though LeBron doesn't go 100% every minute of every game in the season, he still knows when to turn it on.
And for someone at his age, that is something you have to know how to do. You can see when LeBron kicks it into that next gear. Can't keep it on all the time, but he's still able to take over when he needs to.
Looking at who's out there now for the Lakers. Horton Tucker's checked in. And it's Alex Caruso in for Dennis Schroeder. Now here's LeBron. Poke loose. Horton Tucker, the pass to Kuzma. And Kuzma slams it in.
Wow, you see how fast he got off the ground? I love whenever Kuzma rises up to throw it down.
Irving drives in. Rebound the Lakers. Now the Lakers on the break. LeBron leading the charge.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yeah, you can tell they love to get out and run when the opportunity is there.
Here's Luau following the basket by LeBron James. They kick it out to Green. Lock at 6. Shoots over Kuzma. That one doesn't go. And the Lakers will go the other way with it. Some firepower from this offense tonight.
Yeah, they got a nice groove going right now offensively.
Here's Griffin. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. Griffin's got his second bucket of the game to go.
That bucket tells you about the power of Griffin. I mean, he got a man all over him, and it doesn't even affect him.
James. Second chance shot. The shot, no good. Great D that time from Griffin. Here's Irving. Outside Griffin. Launches it. Green breaking loose. Caruso grabs the miss.
They've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here to start.
Harrell against Griffin. They double him with Green. Here's Caruso. Los Angeles with a fresh shot clock. Harrell, that's good.
And improving as a shot maker every year. Harrell has to be accounted for defensively.
2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Here's Irving. That shot is no good, and he's 1 for 3 from the floor. LeBron outside. Down it goes. That's 4 made from the field. He's 4 of 8.
He's so aggressive at that end of the floor, and that's a quality all great scorers have.
Irving passes to Griffin. Great D that time from Harrell. Offense, the order of the day as the first quarter comes to a close. Lakers lead by 5. Live from the Staples Center, you're watching 2K Sports. And earlier we got a few words from Marc Gasol regarding his former teammate in Toronto.
The way he plays defensively, you know what he stands for, and how competitive.
And of course, Gasol and Leonard won the championship together in 2019, largely, Greg, because of their ability to play defense and get stops.
And 2 former defensive players of the year on the same team. That's going to be your foundation. But both guys were tremendous at the other end as well, albeit in different ways.
And we return to the second quarter, and Noche Latina specialized jerseys on display. Welcome back, everyone. And from what we've seen so far from the Lakers, guys, what are your thoughts?
Well, when you control the glass, you control the second chance opportunities on both ends.
They've been quicker to the ball, showing great anticipation and terrific hustle.
On the court right now, second quarter starting for the Nets. They've got Green. Landry Shamet is out there with Brown. Then there's Griffin, and it's Luwawu in at the 3 slot. And there it is for him. And the Lakers lead by 3. Here's Brown. We're starting the second quarter, about a minute gone. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
And drafted 42nd back in 2018 out of Miami, Bruce Brown has shown himself to be a rugged two-way guard.
Yeah, he's a second-round steal. He competes at the defensive end of the floor, and the shooting numbers are trending in the right direction.
Catching up on the changes for Los Angeles. Morris is checked in for Harrell. Contavious Caldwell-Pope comes in for Kyle Kuzma. And Dennis Schroeder subbed in for Alex Caruso. Passes it to Gasol. With the fadeaway. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot. Gasol's got his first points in this one.
From that in-between range, they've been the much better team.
Here's Harden. Here's Jordan. Another shot. No good at the rim.
You can see he just rushed that a little bit. Lost the focus, I think.
Schroeder with the ball. Picked up by Harris. Oh, and a fast break for the Nets. Jumps up. And slam dunk by Jordan.
And that's a big reason why Jordan's field goal percentage is always so high, because most of his finishes come right at the rim.
And it's Schroeder with the ball. He brings it up for the Lakers. Caldwell-Pope outside. 2 minutes now played in the second quarter. And there's Marc Gasol on the assist by Caldwell-Pope.
And since he's wide open, he's got time to add a little style with the fadeaway.
On the wing, Harden. He's guarded by Schroeder.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Los Angeles leading by 3. Back to Schroeder. Lakers working the ball around now. And shot by Caldwell-Pope, no good.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Harden scanning the floor. To the inside. Gasol with the steal. Caldwell-Pope passes to Horton Tucker. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Horton Tucker's got the lead up to 5 now for the Lakers. Nets have gone 3 of 7 shooting the ball here in the second quarter. For 3, Harris. Tries again. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. They get Marc Gasol.
Credit to Jordan for finishing in spite of the foul. He never relents on the play.
The Nets have hit most of their free throws tonight, 5 of 6. Around the free agent race last year, for your money, Greg, who would you have rather taken? Kawhi and PG, Kevin Durant and Kyrie.
Oof. Wow. I tell you what, it's a tough call. You know, Kawhi's got a couple finals MVPs. KD's got a couple. Kyrie's got a ring. It's a tough call. I mean, PG is more than capable, man. I think it's a toss-up, partner.
I agree. Yep, I'm going to agree with you.
It seemed like he changed his mind halfway through the layup, tried to go to something else, and flat out choked it.
Chalk up 2 there. KD's got 6 points.
Durant is a master on the drive, muscling his way past the resistance of the D.
The Lakers in the lead. Here's Schroeder. Lets a floater go. It's hauled in by DeAndre Jordan. Jordan's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Pops it up for Jordan. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
And we've seen several lead changes tonight. Neither team giving an inch.
It's a seesaw battle. Both teams are pretty evenly matched, and the score reflects that.
Harris against James. Down through the hoop it goes. That's his 5th make on 9 shots from the floor.
I like the intensity from James, using his speed to knife toward the rim.
Here's Harden. Takes it off the glass. He's got 5.
Yeah, that's the 3rd bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
And the Lakers decide to take their first time out here. And Los Angeles with some changes. Montrezl Harrell, he's checked in for Gasol. Kyle Kuzma comes in for Markieff Morris. And it's Alex Caruso in for Dennis Schroeder. The Nets also changing it up. Blake Griffin, he's checked in for Durant. Luwawu Cabarro comes in for Harris. And Landry Shamet subbed in for James Harden.
I love his shot selection today. He set the bar for the rest of the team. And LeBron James still the face of the league as he goes into his mid-30s. The impact he's had on this sport is really immeasurable.
Come on, Jay. I mean, he's one of the most recognizable athletes in the world. I mean, it's scary to think that LeBron can still turn it on and take over when he needs to. And you know what? Playoff LeBron is a very real thing. Love how strong Irving finishes. Awesome at fighting through the defense and sinking these shots. Golden opportunity that he can't make good on. Maybe a wake-up call to the D, though. They can't leave him alone like that.
And stolen by Kuzma. Caldwell Pope with it, and Griffin picks him up defensively. And Caldwell Pope gets the basket. Caldwell Pope's got his second basket of the game.
And the versatility of Caldwell Pope, not just the scorer from outside, but also a threat to shoot the ball close to the hoop as well.
8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. And stolen by Harrell. A solo fast break. That's good from Caldwell Pope on the assist by LeBron. And it's a 5-point Laker lead.
And that's how to make an impact with defense. Once the steal is made, you know they're going to be scattered.
Count that bucket.
I admire the confidence of Irving, always on the attack, superb at penetrating towards the rim.
The try by James.
You gotta appreciate the phenomenal speed of James. He's a master at cutting through the D with his hand.
On its way from Irving for two. And that's it for the first half of action. What's been a very close game here. Los Angeles on top, up 5. And now let's catch up with David. Thank you, David, for that interview, and we'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey everybody, tremendous first half. Glad to have you back. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, LeBron James putting in some incredible work. He had 14 points, 2 assists, and 2 steals. Coming off an outstanding game last time out, it doesn't look like he's lost any. That's all for now. Say goodbye to the folks. Thanks for joining us. Third quarter.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. What can you say? LeBron James, what an impressive effort today.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
And as they can't slow him down, you know what you do? You keep feeding them and feeding them and feeding them. This is the right game plan.
Well, we've got a moment. Let's set the floor. Brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up for the second half. Taking a look at Los Angeles. Caldwell Pope and LeBron fill out the wing. Marc Gasol is out there with Morris, and it's Schroeder in at the point. Here's James, and he slams it down right on top of Kevin Durant.
That's just amazing control from James right there. Superb ball handler for a guy his size.
Harden the pass to KD. Out to Harris. Takes a three. A rebound by Gasol. And here's Caldwell Pope. He brings it up for the Lakers. 5-point lead, the biggest of the game.
The D making that layup look very uncomfortable for him. Good aggressive work down low.
Irving's shot is good.
Love how Irving mixes it up. Outside, inside. He's effective at playing to his strengths.
And here in the second half of play, we're just over a minute in. Schroeder with the ball. He's picked up by KD. On the wing, Morris. Gasol trying to free himself up. Morris with the bucket. Morris has got the lead back up to 5 now for the Lakers.
Morris is such a gifted scorer in the paint. He utilizes both his height and weight to get deep inside.
Harden's shot is good.
Nice and steady so far in the second half. They're 3 for 4.
Lakers have gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. And the call will be against Harris. That's his first foul. And the Lakers making a change here. Horton Tucker's checked in. Jeff Green, he's checked in for the Nets. Bruce Brown comes in for Kyrie Irving. James against Harris. James left side. Oh, and the jam by LeBron.
James is effective at getting near the basket. Always look to dunking it home.
Nets trail by 5. And stolen by LeBron. And the foul on Joe Harris. That'll be his second foul of the game. Harrell, he's checked in for Marc Gasol. Floats it up for James. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
You love seeing James soar like an eagle. He's exceptional at rising up quickly for the alley-oop.
Well, you know, teams look for +6s, players whose wingspans exceed their height by a half foot. Montrezl Harrell is a 6'7" player with a 7'4" wingspan. If you're struggling with the math, ladies and gentlemen, that's a +9. And this is how you want to come out of the half. Prolific and efficient.
Oh, just a dream scenario for them so far. Their offense looking like a well-oiled machine.
Here's Brown. Horton Tucker with the rebound. And between his length and his athleticism, Montrezl Harrell well suited for that role of small ball center, Greg, in today's NBA.
Yeah, I mean, he's fearless. Even giving up a few pounds, a few inches, he'll go right at you and making steady improvements as a rebounder year over year.
Looking at who's out there now for the Lakers. Kyle Kuzma's checked in for Markieff Morris. And it's Alex Caruso in for James. They get it again. Caruso kicks to Harrell. Pass to Horton Tucker. And again, the Lakers no good. Nets trail by 9. A nice shot by Griffin. Griffin's got 8.
And the quickness of Griffin is so impressive. When the break is on, he uses it to burn the defense.
Pass to Harrell. And Harrell slams it in.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam. From deep, Harden hits it from three-point range. He's got 10.
Well, it's a beautiful shot right there from Harden. He has the touch and quick release needed to torch defenses from outside.
Schroeder looking around. Green with the rebound.
A really tough night for him offensively. I mean, I wonder what the score would be if he wasn't so cold from the field.
Griffin's shot is good.
You got to be more physical than that. Griffin, I mean, even when you knock him around, he stays focused on the drive.
And here's Schroeder. Takes it up with both hands and rips it down.
Just rubbing it in their faces with that now.
He is never going to take his foot off the pedal.
What a performer this guy is. He relishes the chance to hammer it down.
Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, he's checked in for Los Angeles. Then for the Nets, Luwawu is checked in for Brown, and Irving subbed in for James Harden. Here's Irving. Count that one.
That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
1:07 left in the third quarter. Caruso, the pass to Harrell. Lakers whipping the ball around now. Caruso, no good.
Tells you a little something about their team. They've been able to pull in front despite his struggles tonight.
And that one's good, Griffin.
It's easy to admire Griffin's game. He's excellent at absorbing the hit and muscling his way through contact.
Tipped away. Now it's Griffin running. Here he goes, sailing in. And the slam by Blake Griffin.
It almost feels like 2 buckets coming off the steal like it did.
Here's Caruso. 36 seconds left in the third quarter of the game.
Just the kind of play they need in a game this close.
You know, that's the kind of aggression they want from their floor leader.
This is why they go to him. When the game is tight, he ups his intensity level.
Green finds Griffin. And the rejection by Harrell. They kick it out to Green. Clock at 4. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. Here's Kuzma. Finished off the break. Now it's a 4-point Laker lead.
Superb at leaking out and running at a smart route. Kuzma, he loves capitalizing in transition.
Irving for 3. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. Shots continuing to fall as we conclude the third quarter. Both teams putting up points. Lakers lead by 4. And fourth quarter basketball will be coming your way on 2K Sports right after this. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And definitely deserving of the prize tonight. How about the read he made here? Looking like a point guard, putting the pass right on the money.
Oh, beautiful feed. Always a luxury to have a big man who can see the whole floor.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the fourth quarter in what is still anybody's ball game. So for Brooklyn now, Durant is out there with Jordan. Then it's Joe Harris. Then there's Brown. And it's Irving at the 1.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
And he makes the first. The Lakers making a switch here. James is checked in. Good on both. Nets trail by 6. KD on the wing. Over Harrell. Here's Jordan. That shot misses. Good work defensively by Gasol. Here's Caruso. And a miss there on the triple. And so it's Irving with it, bringing it up for the Nets. Here's Caruso. Caldwell Pope left side. Off target from three-point range.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
KD's shot is off. Lakers leading by 6. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
Well, the scrawny strength, the skinny strength of Caldwell Pope catches defenders by surprise. So good at getting fouled and still finding a way to bury the shot.
Morris is checked in for Harrell.
And see, Webb, Kentavious Caldwell-Pope changing his approach before last season. He knew he wouldn't need to take on as much of a scoring responsibility.
Yeah, and what a team player, GA. I mean, KCP rededicated himself to defense. He tries to do more with less touches now. And that's the mindset you need to have playing with stars going for a championship.
Caldwell Pope kicks to Gasol. They get it back. Wow, hammering it in!
There's not a more tenacious player than LeBron, and that's the quality you need on the offensive glass.
Left side Irving. Rejected by Gasol. They recover it. And the first one at the line is good.
And this spot has always been Jordan's biggest drawback. He's never been able to make his free throws at even a modest rate, and teams are never afraid to put him on the line.
Dennis Schroeder's checked in for the Lakers. James Harden, he's checked in for Brooklyn.
The man has no heart, and that's poor defense for a team that has a long way to catch up.
Yeah, D like that isn't going to get you back in the game. You have to stay connected to these shooters.
Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Well, during that last break, Kevin, I got a chance to hear what Brooklyn's head coach said to the team. He is not happy with the turnovers. He said, we have got to get some shots. It's as simple as that, guys. Play smart and value the basketball. We'll see if the message sunk in, Kevin.
But they'll get another chance. Jordan, the pass to Durant. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Jordan.
In that first half, guys, they didn't shoot nearly as many threes as they have here in the second, trying to use that shot to stay in the game.
Bounce pass, Schroeder. And James gets it to go. James has got 26.
Whether he's driving, posting up, or firing from deep, you know LeBron has it all. He's been a fantastic evening for him.
Harden's shot is off. Lakers leading by 11. Kicks it out to Schroeder from downtown. Drains the three-pointer. So many people know your story. Born and raised in Las Vegas. It must have been an amazing feeling then to lead UNLV to its only championship.
I mean, Kevin, you know, playing in front of so many people you know has its pros and cons.
Right.
But to be a part of that 1990 championship team and the only one we've been able to hoist and to have my jersey hanging in that rafter, it's humbling, and yes, it brings back a lot of fond memories.
Like historically good, right? When you think of that team, what that meant, it has a historic place.
It does. We felt like we were able to etch our mark in terms of the lores of the game of college basketball.
It's rebounded by Schroeder. And there's the call on Kyrie Irving. That'll be his second foul of the game. Let's take another look at the staunch defense during that mobile one block.
And he's all over that shot, has it read the whole way, and gets the position he needs to make a play.
And a little over 3.5 minutes in the books so far here in the fourth. And the pass to LeBron. And the layup's good off the glass. LeBron's got 14 points now in the second half.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
Starting to take over here, building a big lead that could ultimately prove insurmountable.
Schroeder with the ball. Guarded now by Irving. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. Strange to see Marc Gasol shooting from outside. His game, Greg, wasn't always like it is now.
I mean, Gasol has added a three to his game in the last seasons with Memphis, and it was an immediate success. He became a functioning stretch five. Early in his career, he was more likely to drag you to the block and just bruise you more than anything else.
Timeout called, the Nets. They trail by 20. 1:49 left here in the fourth quarter. And now let's take a look at the New Balance player of the game, LeBron James.
And it's been a ridiculous performance in the best sense possible. I mean, everything about his game has been working. And no matter what they've thrown at him, he's had the answer.
What a connection he has to these fans. They love him here. And the more he has games like this, the deeper that connection gets.
He's as surprised as anyone with that miss. When he's left alone like that, you can usually count it.
KD with the bucket.
And so just rolling to the finish line now in what has been a very confident-looking performance for the Lakers.
When you consider the difference in their field goal percentages, the other team has to be happy that this wasn't a bigger loss. This team was on fire.
Yeah, Kevin, it's always frustrating when you can't throw a rock on the ground and the other guys just can't seem to miss.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for LeBron.
Oh, man, anticipation, instincts, energy, all his tools were on display tonight as he lit the place up.
That free throw, no good. He hits the second from the line. And Brooklyn has possession. 19-point game. Oh, Griffin in position.
Give credit where credit is due right there. A terrific assist.
.115 left to play here in the fourth. Griffin on the double team. Right side Gasol. He gets it in there. Gasol's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And the interior game of Gasol. I mean, he's had a number of ways to score from there.
Johnson surveying the floor. Dishes it to Griffin. Over Dudley. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And Blake Griffin, the combination of power and agility, that guy is a handful inside.
Yes, yeah, he can finish with either hand. He favors that right block, and he's got an array of moves down there to keep you guessing.
Love watching Griffin play the game. I mean, he has a lot of confidence in his abilities. He's terrific at staying aggressive.
Jones checked in for Marc Gasol. Caruso, the pass to Dudley. The kick out to Matthews. From outside, off the mark. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for two. Wesley Matthews picks one up. First one falls for him. Both shots good from the stripe. 35 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Outside Matthews. Now here's Dudley. Not a lot of room. Not a hand on it. In transition, here come the Nets. And the shot goes down.
Well, check out that assist. That's a pair of teammates that are clearly on the same page.
Here's Caruso. He's guarded by Johnson. Outside Matthews. So it's Los Angeles winning this one easily. Some good moments throughout this one, but they had the clear advantage down the stretch.
Yeah, I mean, I love the way they executed on both ends of the floor.